everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
It's a thing we do.
Sure it is. And this one we've been trying to do for quite some time. We finally saw Palm Springs.
Finally?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't come to Canada until now.
That's right. It came out on Hulu this summer. And everybody talked about it and said what a wonderful movie it was. It had a big debut on Hulu. It was the most streamed movie. The biggest premiere they'd had. So, and it was very well reviewed. And yet Canadians and other territories as well, we just had to sit here and be like, It finally came to Amazon Prime just this week. So we were like, oh, hello to Palm Springs.
As you do.
Yeah, well, you know me. So, first-time director Max Barbakow. Gosh, I hope that's how you pronounce it, because it's how I'm pronouncing it, Barbakow. The script by Andy Siara stars Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti. Now, you know we love Cristin.
I think we do. I don't remember what she's from.
She's from Once.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw her on Broadway.
All right then, we do like her.
We love her.
She is great.
She is great. So these two are our star-crossed lovers in this very unique rom-com. So we meet Nyles. Nyles.
It's a bad name.
It's a weird name to have chosen. Nyles. And it's with a Y.
Yeah. It doesn't suit Andy Samberg. But
No,
anyway.
It doesn't suit anyone this century. Anyways, Nyles is at a wedding. He's accompanying his girlfriend who is a bridesmaid in this wedding. He's the +1. He seems unenthusiastic.
Like he'd rather not be there.
He'd rather not be there. Not just that, he's kind of disrespectful. Shows up late to the ceremony in a Hawaiian shirt. He's popping beers during their vows. You know, and then he just disappears, wanders away, only comes back to steal the spotlight when the maid of honor, the bride's sister, is being asked to do her speech. Now, I mean, this could have gone a lot of ways. It turns out in this case that it was a blessing because A, his speech is oddly sweet. No one saw that coming.
No.
And B, it turns out that the bride's sister, who is Siara, played by Cristin Milioti, had not prepared anything. Didn't know she had to give a speech, even though that's literally the only thing you really have to do. But she didn't have anything.
And get the bride to the wedding.
They were already there. It was a resort wedding. So you have very little work to do when everyone was at the resort the night before. He sticks around after the speech, ends up having some kind of charming moments with Siara. Nyles and Siara. He seems a little smooth on the dance floor, surprisingly smooth. He's got moves that are a little too good.
They're very good, yeah.
And so they have this wonderful evening together, sneaking away from the wedding, having some alone time. And they're making out. They're
in the desert.
Making out. When their makeout sesh is interrupted by like a bow and arrow injury through his shoulder.
That's correct. Yep. Nyles gets shot in the shoulder with an arrow.
Right. And then he has to flee the man who is hunting him, Roy. Roy seems to be a familiar nemesis.
Yeah.
He knows right away.
It's Roy.
It's Roy. 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 Played by J.K. Simmons. Woo. Anyways, has to flee the makeout sesh because Roy is in pursuit. Arrow, arrow, arrow. They wind up at a cave of wonders. It's a cave.
Yeah, but it's not just any cave.
It's not just any cave. And as Nyles is like climbing in it, he's yelling to Siara, "Don't follow me in here." So you know what she does.
Yeah, she follows him in.
She totally does.
Why wouldn't you follow him in?
Why wouldn't she? And then the next morning they wake up and...
It's the same day!
It's the same day. So that cave is a time loop cave.
/ Groundhog Day cave.
Okay, sure. That's what a time loop is, but fine. It's a Palm Springs time loop cave.
Okay.
Because obviously it's a little different. Nyles, Andy Samberg, has been already reliving this day for many, many, many days, which is why he was
That's why he's so
smooth.
good. Yeah.
And now Siara is in it with him, as well as Roy. So that's different from Groundhog Day.
That's true.
Other people could be within his loop too.
Yep.
So she's a little resentful about being pulled into this. Remind me a little bit of Passengers, where Chris Pratt wakes up Jennifer Lawrence because he's going to be alone. He wakes up on like a trip.
Yeah, it's like a spaceship to another galaxy.
That's right, and they're supposed to sleep for 100 years, but he wakes up, and instead of just dying alone with dignity, he wakes her up. And so Nyles, I think, did not purposely bring in.
No, he didn't bring her. He told her not to come in.
Yeah, but she did, and now she's stuck in there too.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just like an infinite number of the same day, that wedding day, over and over and over. And, Nyles has already done it, and so Nyles is now feeling a little bit nihilistic. Maybe that's why he's named Nyles.
Maybe.
About the whole thing. Like, he's given up.
Yeah, because he can't escape no
He
matter
can't,
what
he did
does.
everything. He's already done everything.
There's
He's
not like...
just...
And that is one of the differences from Groundhog Day, I think. There doesn't seem to be anything you can do. Like, there's not this end goal. Like,
Right.
falling in love with Andy McDowell. I mean, it's possible. I mean, Andy McDowell maybe is who he had to find.
Yeah, and he never did.
No.
He chose Siara. But she, she's fueled by anger and resentment and stuff. And so she goes through her own battle with, I need to get out of here. I need to find a way to escape. And she's going to try all kinds of stuff. She's going to try getting hit by a truck. Did that work?
No.
She's going to try exploding a goat. She's going to try making the ultimate sacrifice.
Right.
She's going to learn quantum physics.
Well, that might work.
Well, it might, if only she could learn it. So they asked the writer, how long was Nyles in there? And the writer told us 40 years.
Woo.
A long, long time.
Yeah.
Really, that's how you know how lazy he was. He didn't try as many things as she tries.
That's true. Yep.
But yeah, so some days she's really mad at him and can't look at him. Some days they have kind of nice romantic sojourns. But no matter how far they go and what they do, whether they kill themselves early on in the day or live the whole day out, they always wake up back in their beds in the hotel where the wedding is taking place. Whew, what a strange movie. I'm always...
Well, you didn't know that it was going to be a Groundhog Day
I did not.
theme.
It was a surprise. And I think an even bigger surprise was that it was good.
It is good.
Because lots of movies try to copycat Groundhog Day, but I don't know that I've ever seen one that I really loved.
No.
Certainly not seen one that does it as well as Groundhog Day. And yet this, I would say, really does. I mean, it brings a freshness to the genre. It's
Yes, it
not
does.
really copying Groundhog Day.
No, it's just the concept of living the same day again.
Yeah, getting stuck in an infinite loop of this one day. I don't know how you don't go crazy.
Well, Nyles kind of did.
You think so?
Yeah, he's handling it very well.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, but he's a little crazy.
How so?
How so? Well, first of all, he's Andy Samberg.
Okay.
But he's also like just...
Are you saying Andy Samberg has mental health issues?
I mean...
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, Andy Samberg is just a goofball. He has this goofball energy that he brings with him into everything. And I think this role is actually him at his most grounded.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, but he's still Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why Cristin Milioti is a really good choice to play opposite him, because her character brings a little bit of a darkness with her. She's a cynic, even before the time loop.
Yeah.
So I think they make a good duo. They balance each other's weird energies a little bit. Yeah, other people in the cast include Camila Mendes as the bride, Peter Gallagher as the father of the bride, and June Squibb as grandma. She is hardly in it, but she's got just a few little fun lines to give us. If you haven't seen the movie and you don't want spoilers, tune us out now. But let's discuss the weirdness of this movie in a fuller capacity, just because you did bring up, is he crazy? They do see dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Now, I think that this is in the scene where they were doing mushrooms. So, is this a hallucination?
But they both see it.
Probably. I mean, he says that they saw dinosaurs. I mean, when in the first scene, neither of them says the word dinosaur. They're just like, whoa, like, do you see that? And she's like, yeah. They could be hallucinating different things. Or she could think he's talking about a really nice tree. Like, they never say the word dinosaur, so we don't know that they both see it.
All right. I think they both see it.
Oh, I know you do. You just told us that.
Well,
Later, he does say the word dinosaur. And she never says, yeah, dinosaurs. So, it's up in the air whether they saw the same thing. And it is possible to hallucinate the same thing. That does happen sometimes if you have a shared trip. Dinosaurs. What do the dinosaurs mean? Are they really there? Is there like a thin veil where other things are coming through? They've been living the same day
for 70 million years.
Oh my gosh, poor little guys.
Yeah. I mean, they don't seem to mind.
How can you tell?
Because they're cool.
Because they're cool. Oh, this guy.
They're not freaking out. They're just
How could you tell? How could you tell?
They would be walking faster if they were worried.
A big, long neck cannot walk any faster than that.
Yeah, it can.
No,
They had to get away from Tyrannosaurus Rexes.
Yeah, and they just were like, boat, boat, boat. Get some
they could run, they could swim. They could do it all.
Are you confusing them with basketball players?
No.
Oh. It kind of sounds like
I know the difference.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. So dinosaurs, guys. Dinosaurs. That's a big sort of thing in this movie. And it definitely, I think everyone gets to put their own spin on it. What you believe. Are there really dinosaurs? And what do the dinosaurs mean? Towards the end of the movie, Sarah thinks she finds a way out. Is it a real way out? Does she ever get out? Do you think they got out?
I do think they got out.
Yeah?
Yes.
I think that's up for debate.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Just like the dinosaurs.
Okay.
But this is my opinion.
Okay, that's fine.
And what do you think?
Got out? Oh, I don't know. First of all, I'm suspicious we don't see her afterwards.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do in the pool. Right? We see them in the same pool where they hung out many times.
Right.
And we see them, a family finally comes home. They've been playing in a pool of a family who's away for we don't know how long until they think they've solved the loop. And they're in the pool and the family comes home. So we know they have left the day of the wedding. It seems to be the following day.
Mm-hmm.
And the family comes home. So things are different.
Yeah.
But do we know for sure they're not just in a different loop?
Well,
because there are still dinosaurs.
There are still dinosaurs.
There are still dinosaurs. And there are no dinosaurs in our world. So I kind of feel like the dinosaurs mean they're still in a loop.
Well, they know how to get out of it.
No, they don't. They know how to skip one day.
Well, you just skip one day every day. What?
Oh, no. It's not the same if you don't get to carry your life with you. If you're just, and you don't know that they can control it, that they know how to skip to the day they want to skip to. And are other people skipping with them?
Are other people skipping with them?
Yeah.
Well, they're not
because then
stuck.
there's a post-credits scene
Yeah.
where Roy shows up to the wedding,
Right.
presumably.
Yeah, that's because he's still stuck.
Yeah, and talks to Andy Samberg,
Right.
who doesn't know him anymore.
Right.
Guess who we don't see?
Her.
Her. I don't know. It's inconclusive.
Oh, I thought it was pretty conclusive.
Well, you would. You and your simple mind. It's inconclusive. I think it's an intentionally ambiguous ending that small minds cannot comprehend.
I comprehended it.
Oh, he comprehended
It
it.
got out. Happy ending. Plus dinosaurs. Everyone wins.
Not the dinosaurs!
How do you figure?
You just told me the dinosaurs are in their own loop. They didn't get out. How did they not escape? Sean,
Well, they don't
admit it.
have quantum physics.
Oh boy. Anyways, this broke the record at Sundance this year for the biggest payout, the biggest deal that Sundance had ever seen. Hulu paid $17.5 million and 69 cents, which you know is Andy Samberg's idea. 69 cents to beat the record.
Yeah.
The previous record holder was Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
I do remember
that was
one.
supposed to be such a big deal, and it got bought at Sundance. And remember, Sundance is in January. Okay, so you buy the movie in January, and then they really thought Birth of a Nation is going to be like an Oscar contender.
They did think that.
So they held it until September, when all these big festivals, Oscar qualifying festivals, are out. So now they're going to start showing it to press at the festivals. Except for what happened in late August was Nate Parker's rape allegations resurfaced. And that pretty much killed the movie before it even got seen at TIFF that year. The press, those of us in the press who did still see it at TIFF, went in with this extremely colored perception of it. And I maintain that movie was not a great movie, no matter who made it,
Yeah.
or the problems.
It wasn't a great movie.
Right. But yeah, the people who bought it thought it was going to be a great movie, an Oscar contender for sure, and paid $17.5 million for it. And
Not a good
it was a big flop, yeah. So Hulu bought this movie back in January, held on to it till this summer. Again, it did super well on their service. It's obviously not the same, so we don't know box office, did they make their money back or whatever, but it was huge.
Well.
They did, yeah, of course, yeah, and I think there's still cachet for big streaming services, certainly Netflix. They want to have critically acclaimed pieces
Yes,
in their archives, right? Especially originals that only they have. So it was a coup for them. Congratulations, Hulu, because it is a really good movie. One of the best this year, in my opinion.
Yep.
It made me laugh. It was fresh and inventive, even though it's a trope we've seen a lot. The Groundhog scenario, Groundhog Day scenario, I should say. No groundhogs in this movie, as far as I remember. Dinosaurs, yes.
And goats.
And goats, yes, thank you. Yeah. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was well cast. You know, the people they got delivered this very well. But yeah, kudos. The writing is good. For a first-time director, time loop movie is a lot to keep track of. That's a lot of moving parts, and to remember where you are in terms of that is a really big feat to jump in for your first time. So, Barbakow. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Max Barbakow, what a wonderful name. Yeah, really good stuff. I really like this. I'm so sad we had to wait all this time to see it. Hulu, make some arrangements for Canadians. It's not cool, Hulu.
It's not.
It's not cool. But it is on Amazon Prime now, so we finally got to watch it, and so can you. It's your lucky day. Please please check it out. It is actually funny, and comedies struggle with that these days. 2020 has been a tough year. You deserve a few laughs, and now you get to stream it for free on Amazon Prime. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!